Hello! Hello, my friends. It's your buddy SD Smith. I just grabbed this book and thought I'll show them the book cover, and then I realized that Andrew has put 7,000 copies of the book behind me, so you can see this is what the cover looks like, and also that's what the cover looks like as well. Welcome, happy launch day for Helmer in the Dragon Tomb, the 12th Green Ember book. Are we okay, guys?
Yeah, you should sit back a little bit so that we don't cut off your head.
I should. I've been instructed to sit back and just relax. I was trying. I was excited. I was coming right into your living room at lunchtime, but I've been instructed to just chill out and relax and sit back. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, happy launch day, and it's kind of a weird. It's launch day. It is, but our official launch day is November 18th. Is that right?
12th.
November 12th.
18th for the video game.
Okay,
12th
so
for the book.
the 12th. My bad. I just saw on Amazon that it said the 18th or 16th. Anyway, ignore all that. So we'll have an official launch day where it will be available everywhere, and that'll be in November. But as always, people who are inside people always get the newest, always get the latest or the quickest access to the new stuff, the access to signed books and that kind of thing. So, like, that's people who are signed up for the newsletter. I'm guessing that's most of you. Let me know if you're a newsletter subscriber in the comments. And I'll just say something about the comments real quick, and I'll give a little bit more in a second. But we're gonna have fun today. We're gonna give away some cool stuff. I'm gonna answer your questions. We're gonna celebrate. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna pop poppers, and it's gonna be loud and fun and exciting. In the comments, no spoilers, just no spoilers. Don't say anything about what happens in Ember's End or this or that related to any of the characters. That's just not cool. It's not cool. And it will automatically disqualify you from any giveaways. So don't do that. And just be respectful and be cool and don't spam the chat, that kind of thing. But it's a cool day. And I'm excited. Like our people who are, you guys who have been so supportive and who are on the newsletter and who shop at our store. Like this is for you people. Like this is for you guys. You're like the core of the audience, the fan base, the friends, the readers, like the people that we honestly we rely on, and we're just so grateful for you. So that's the only place that the book is available right now is at our store, and you can find that at sdsmith.com/store or store.storywarren.com. That's our little company, our little family business is Storywarren, and that's who puts out the books and everything and publishes the books. And so that's our little store, and you can get it there today, and like it's exclusive. And so I signed 5,000 books earlier last week, late last week, I guess, sometime last week. I don't really remember. And those are available to you guys first. And thank you so much for that. And I just want to thank you. That's been a consistent thing for you guys. Just been supporting our work and the new books, and you're getting books for other people for Christmas gifts and other of our merch, like this awesome shirt. Thank you for that. And there's another group I want to thank especially today, and that is people who backed the Kickstarter earlier in the year. You guys, thank you so much. If you backed the Kickstarter, just say howdy and say write Kickstarter in the comments. Actually, we're going to do 4 giveaways today. The last one's going to be kind of the grand finale, but the first one is a really good giveaway, and it is exclusively for people who backed the Kickstarter. And that's just a way of saying thank you to those people for backing that and for supporting that endeavor, which was honestly was like really challenging. So everybody who supported that just meant so much. The Kickstarter was really successful. It probably didn't go as far as I wanted it to in some ways, because I'm like, come on, we got to share this with everybody. But it was the top 1% of video games on Kickstarter, and like even higher than that. It was the top 5 children's book publishing projects of all time on Kickstarter. So that's pretty good. I always have like high goals, but thank you for helping us to achieve that and for doing that with us together. So we're really, really grateful for the Kickstarter backers. And so just say, hey, are we getting people saying Kickstarter? That's awesome. So
Yep.
You guys are the ones who are entered for the first giveaway. I'm getting Yep. Go
Lots
ahead.
of great, yeah, lots of folks who backed Kickstarter here, and getting lots of Kickstarter comments in there.
Thank you so much. That's my brother Josiah. If you don't know, but a little bit about Storywarn. Storywarn, we run together. My brother Josiah, my brother-in-law Andrew, who's the publisher. Josiah is our CEO. He is the chief executive orangutan of our organization. And so we, the three of us, kind of work together and run this little small family company, and it's grown a lot because of you guys, and that's awesome. And we got help today. Natalie and Coralie are helping, and so you might interact with Coralie on the comments there. Again, just keep it respectful, please. But the way that you are entered for any of the giveaways is just to comment. You can say where you're from, who your favorite character is, ask a question. Well, maybe we'll try to grab a couple of those questions. We do have some questions that we already have been sent that we're going to get into here shortly, but yeah, you can just kind of say whatever you want. Just like keep it respectful. Sometimes in these things, somebody will be like, "Who is the pilgrim?" And which is a fine question. You can feel free to type that. That's great. But then they'll like write it like 1,000 times, like "Who is the pilgrim?" or "Are you going to do a movie?" And it'll just that's just like kind of a not a cool way to act. So just don't do that. That'll disqualify you from the from the giveaway. So just be cool, be chill, and ask good questions. No spoilers. Be respectful. The kind of way we want to behave. In real life is kind of the way we want to behave online as much as possible. There's a little lesson for you and for me. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I can't wait to answer some of your questions, and I'm so excited about this book. I love this book. I love it so much. I used to feel weird about saying that, like, oh, I can't say that because I wrote it. I got to be like, I don't want to bet, but I'm kind of getting over a little bit of that false humility. I think this is a good book, and I wouldn't be spending so much energy and so much of my life sharing it with you, like, if I didn't believe that. And I worked very, very hard on this, and I put my heart and soul into it, and I think it's a really, really good gift. I will say I am particularly excited about this book for boys. And I just think boys are often reluctant readers. I was one, and I love it when boys read. It's just boys are often way behind girls, and that may not be the case for you or in your home, but it is broadly. So I may not even thinking about you, but girls will often just read. Girls are just such amazing readers in general. Again, this is a generalization, and don't put me in thought police jail or anything, but there are differences between boys and girls broadly. And I think girls will they're so awesome at reading. They'll read like a cool action adventure kind of a thing. They'll read a story that's very like domestic and sweet and stuff. And I think as boys mature, I think sometimes we become more eclectic readers. And I like myself, I fell in love with Jane Austen's books, a little bit later in life. And that's like a maturing kind of a thing. But girls are often a little bit ahead on that front. So girls are going to love it. I think it's awesome. But I think there's something special about this book for boys. And that is, I think it shows, like a lot of the Green Ember books and a lot of my books in general, my heart is to show like the difference between the way of life and the way of death. There's a really early Christian manuscript. It was a catechesis thing called the Didache, and it's kind of it's a church history document. You can look it up. It's really awesome. It's got some incredible wisdom in it. It's basically, right in the era of the apostles, and there's a big emphasis in that book about like the way of life and the way of death, and that's what I want. I want to be able to show, even in stories about rabbits in their adventures, fantasy world. I want to be able to show the way of life and the way of death, and to I don't know, show the beauty of goodness and the ugliness of lies. And I think there's a lot of lies. And I never write stories with thinking like I'm going to teach this moral or I'm going to kind of impose this kind of teaching on you. That's not really my heart, but it bubbles up. The character stuff, the virtue stuff, just bubbles up into these stories very naturally. And first of all, it's a entertaining, exciting adventure. That's for sure. But man, in this story, you really get to see a contrast between like the way a man, I believe, ought to be, and the way that men often pose and position themselves. And there's a lot of ugliness. And it's not just, a lot of times people think like we're the good guys and they're over there the bad guys. Man, it can be complicated. There are some really bad examples of behavior of men from what some of us would consider like, oh, aren't they supposed to be on our side? That kind of thing. And it's just, I'm concerned about that. I'm really concerned about that. So I hope that these books show a real clarity and a real vision for how to, this book, I should say, particularly, shows a real vision for that. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about boys reading this book. I wish I had this book when I was a kid, and I stand behind it. I love it. I enjoyed it. It's actually interesting. Another thing about boys and reluctant readers, real quick, is that the book is actually, it's a little bit more spaced out. I can say, yeah, really spaced out. Well, the guy who wrote it's really spaced out. No, that's not what I mean. But it's got a little bit. It's a little bit easier to read. The what do you call that, Andrew? The typeset is a little bit broader, and so it's just it. And we've already heard reports back from folks who maybe struggle with reading, enjoying this as like it's easy. And I can say it's easier for me too. It's like it's easier on the eyes. So that, I think that's another way that it's like hopefully hospitable and generous to boys. But you know, if you're excited, I know a lot of parents are like, we hear that a lot, like, oh man, we just need books for boys. We need books for boys. And this is definitely one. But like all the Green Ember books, boys and girls are both gonna love it. Okay, that's a little bit about the book and a little bit why I'm so excited to share it with you today. But we're gonna jump into the first giveaway. Which again, it's all the people, if you haven't done it yet, if you back the Kickstarter, and try to be honest if you could, succeed. Don't just try. Succeed at being honest about whether or not you back the Kickstarter. And of course, we'll confirm those just to keep the integrity of this august institution intact. But yeah, everybody who said Kickstarter is entered for this giveaway, which is the Green Ember bundle. Okay, the Green Ember main series bundle, which is awesome. Ugh. Oh, I'm going to drop them all. No, I'm not. Okay, so main series bundle is all the main series books, and it's got, stickers. I can't even hold all the stuff because it's all falling apart here. Stickers and the activity book for the main series. And this is awesome. It's small, but it's got like coloring pages and mazes and that kind of stuff. It's really fun. Super fun little book. It's got the character cards, the classic Green Ember character cards, a bookmark, colored pencils. What do they call them in Canada? Crayons?
Pencil crayons.
Pencil crayons up in the true north, strong and free. Congratulations to the Blue Jays last night. Anybody from Canada? Just wave maybe if you're excited about the Blue Jays. That was an exciting game last night. Shout out to Lori McKay, big Blue Jay fan. So that you're gonna win that, and then you get a close-up look of my bald head. How was that a good experience for you? I hope so. No one's traumatized. You'll get a copy of you'll get the Green Ember bundle, the main series bundle, which anybody, if you don't win it in this kind of thing, anybody can get it, and it's an awesome little package, and it would make a great Christmas present for your friends and neighbors and loved ones. But that's what you're going to win, along with a oath ornament. My place beside you, my blood for yours. Imagine I'm holding it right here. I thought we had one, but we don't. But believe me, it's really cool, and you can put it on your tree. That's exciting for Christmas. Okay, winners going to be announced here. Josiah, you got to help me out here, and we're going to announce the name of the winner, and I'm going to try not to shoot myself or reveal any baby's gender or anything. This is going to be just for celebration of the winner for the Kickstarter backer. But again, if you didn't back the Kickstarter, it's no problem, no worries. The other 3 giveaways will include you. Here we go.
And the winner is Gina McKeon.
Gina McKeon! Whoa! Yeah! Gina, what a great name. My wife's name's Gina, but she didn't win because people who are related to me are ineligible to win this.
Sam, what do you do if you were a winner?
What do you do if you're a winner? You go to sdsmith.com/winner and you follow the prompts there. Are they supposed to do anything else, or does that work?
It'll tell them what to do.
It will tell them what to do. The first thing is you have to do 15 jumping jacks. 15 jumping jacks. After that, just a little light jogging, high knees, butt kicks. Just you kind of get going. Then you enter in your information. No, there's no calisthenics involved at all. There's no aerobic exercises. You may just type it in with your fingers, exercise those fingers, and you should be good to go. Congratulations, Gina. Well done. And congratulations to Gina Smith for being married to this bald guy. I love my wife. She's awesome. Okay, so we are probably getting into some questions here. but I wanted to say one thing about, and I want to say final thank you to all the Kickstarter backers. Thank you guys so much. And your stuff, if it hasn't gotten to you, it should be, the physical stuff should be coming. It's on the way to you, or should be very soon. And you just keep checking that mailbox. I would maybe just camp out by the mailbox. That was probably a good idea. But that's coming soon. Thank you so much. But it's so funny every time. This happens every time. I saw it again this morning. Like somebody who is a big time backer, friend, fan, who's just gotten all the stuff. Like I just saw this morning that they were like that when we announced it this morning, they were like, "Oh, how did I miss this? Wow, I'm so excited." That happens every time. It's just like, so if you didn't catch it, it's hard. All these internet companies want us to like pay a lot of money to be able to show stuff that you want to see to you. So it's just complicated. It's hard. It's the easiest thing. Again, I always encourage people, just get on the newsletter, which is at sdsmith.com/updates, and you get a free audiobook when you do that as well. But that's the best way to stay in touch. That's where I'm guessing, how many of you guys, that I already asked this, how many of you guys heard about the book this morning through the newsletter? I'd love to hear that. I appreciate everybody who not only subscribes to the newsletter, but opens it. We try to be really respectful, as in like not spamming you all the time, not selling to you all the time. I often share like what I hope are helpful essays and things like that there to encourage. So it's not just about like us being able to sell to you, though that is part of it. And I'm not ashamed of that, because I think these are good gifts. But it's also, I hope our goal, our heart is to serve hard and sell easy. Our big sales strategy usually is to remove obstacles from you being able to get the things that will be good for you and helpful to your family. We're allies in imagination. We're on your side. We love you. We're serving you. That's our goal. We want to serve you and your families and equip you. So that's our heart. That's our hope. And so we don't apologize for doing that. Sometimes we advertise because of that, but we want to make incredible things and share them really clearly. That's our big strategy. And thank you for those of you who are signed up for the newsletter. And I really would appreciate it if you would consider doing that today, if you're not. Okay, I have blabbed enough. How about you ask me a question so I can blab even more?
Sam, that sounds like a great idea. I've got a question from Kayla. No, sorry, first question is from Julia.
Ooh.
What gave you the idea to write Helmer's backstory?
Julia, Kayla, hopefully we'll get to your question too, because that might have been quite a whiplash experience. They're asking my question. Oh, they're not. They're asking Julia's question. And I blame the CEO for that. But we're on Julia. Julia, where did I get the idea? Okay, so again, at the beginning, Helmer just showed up in the Green Ember. So I'm going to show you something else really cool. And that is, I got some cookies. Maybe I should eat these. Let me know in the chat if I should eat these. But these are legitimately real cookies. But in this story, Helmer, as many of you know, just kind of showed up. He was there. This isn't a book. It's a little cookie. It's a bookie. No, bookie's a different thing. I'd try to avoid that. But here's the new book. Here's the old book. But Helmer just showed up in this first book. And I didn't know anything about him. And I got really curious. Like, what is this guy's deal? Why is he such a mean old man? And so as you know, those of you who've gotten the 4-book bundle and read the whole series, the main 4 books, you fell in love and you realized that like I did too with Helmer, and he became more and more central to the whole story. So for a long time, people have said that he's a favorite character, and he's such a favorite for me too, and he's universally, people love him. And so I've been asked many times, and I was trying to think today, if I don't really know the answer to whether or not I was asked first or I first thought of it. But as so often is the case with you guys, with the readers of the Green Ember series, maybe it happened at the same time. That we're on the same page. We're connected. And I think that's true. I think that's why the stories work, because they work for me, and they work for my kids, and then they work for you and your kids. And there's something going on there. It's really cool. And I think that happened with the Helmer story. Like, I'm not sure if it was an audience demand or my heart wanting to do it. And I think it's probably both. But I've been dreaming about it for kind of a long time. And I was really thrilled to be able to write this story. And it's a longer book. It's like one of the main four. It's a much longer book. It fits in that sort of word count of the Green Ember, Ember Falls, Ember Rising. That's not as long as Ember Rising, but none of the books are as long as Ember Rising. But and Ember's End, it sort of fits in that world. But yeah, the idea came somewhere along the way. I kind of, a lot of these, I always wanted to sort of like tell stories about like Wilfred, like when he was younger. I always think about these backstories and side stories, as you know. You can explore those in Old Natalia, Green Ember Old Natalia, or the Green Ember Archer series, which is going to be one of our giveaways, the Archer bundle. I think it might be the next one. But yeah, I always think about backstories and like where it happens, and you can kind of get little senses of it. And in that sense, I think it's a little bit like Tolkien. Tolkien has have these old, a lay of Lúthien and Beren and Lúthien, and all these old stories that kind of make their way into the Lord of the Rings in these small ways, and you can feel like it's an old world. And I don't have anywhere near the linguistic or the mythological sort of chops that J.R.R. Tolkien had. I can't write like him. I can write like me, but the way that I write has echoes of older things. It's a used universe. It's a world where things have happened. And so why does Helmer get to the way he does? And you get some of that story in the Green Ember and Ember's End and the other books, but I wanted more. I wanted to tell about where he began as a farmer and how that happened. How did he change from being a farmer to a fighter? And that's what this story is about. And that's where the idea came from. And the motivation came from just love. Love for you, love for the story world, and joy in sharing it. Okay, should we do giveaway number 2?
I think we should.
Okay. How's the chat going? I mean, how are we doing, chat? I hear kids saying those kinds of things. So how are we doing, chat?
Chat is not cooked yet.
Chat is not cooked. That's great. All right.
The second winner will receive the Archer bundle and an Oath ornament.
Archer
Sam, do you have the Archer bundle over there?
I do. I know I do. I believe in myself and the power of my dreams.
Right down here on your left. Other side.
Here. Left. Other left. Okay. So there it is in the bundle. You can this is how you'd get it, which looks kind of cool. So it's got sticker, bookmark, the colored pencils, which I'm looking backwards. So, and then the books. I love these books. The Last Archer is one of my favorite books that I ever wrote, and I love Archer's Cup, and First Fowler is awesome too. So anyway, yes, the winner of this one's going to get this bundle, which anybody can get either at Amazon or at our store. And again, that would make a great gift for somebody who's a Green Ember fan. A lot of people don't know this is the 12th Green Ember book. The 12th Green Ember book. And I'll say more maybe in a bit if you remind me to say that this is also a book that you can read first, which is interesting. Okay, who is the winner of the Archer bundle and Oath ornament, I believe? Who we got?
That's right. Archer bundle and Oath ornament goes to Shelley Dyer!
Shelley Dyer! Oh my gosh, I think I almost destroyed the camera by shooting it directly at it. Hopefully are you guys all right?
Next time I'm taking the tall blaster and you're getting one of these short ones. I think you're having a hard time with that mega cannon thing.
I need to fire it up. Very nice. Well done, Shelley. Congratulations for the Archer trilogy. That is going to be a fun adventure for your family if you haven't read it yet, and if you have, to have this cool edition and maybe or share it with a friend. Worst comes to worst, we use it for kindling in an apocalyptic sort of situation. Keep warm for just another hour or so. But I think let's not focus on that now. That's just not, we don't need to think about that. Okay, so congratulations to our first winner and our second winner. And again, these next two, and the final one's a really cool one, are available to everyone who just comments on in there with whatever interesting things. We're doing good in the chat. We're doing good. Everybody's being respectful. Thank you. I got massive amounts of confidence in you all, young and old, and I'm really grateful for you, for real. Okay, another question.
Let's get back to that question from Kayla.
Oh, Kayla.
Kayla asks, hello, I have been so excited to read Helmer in the Dragon Tomb as he is my favorite character. So I have a question for you. Will you make more books about Helmer?
Great question, Kayla. We got there. We got to you. We didn't let you down. But that's a good question. The plan is yes. The plan is yes. So pray for me, Lord willing. I will be well and able to do that. That is on my heart, in my hope. I'll just give you a little hint right now. Right now, I'm writing the next 2 books in the Lost Tales trilogy. What will, Lord willing, be a trilogy, and that is, you saw The Lost Key that came out last year, and I'm gonna, we left you a little bit of a. Some people accuse me. I'm sometimes accused of having cliffhangers, and that happened in that one a little bit, even though it's kind of a cool ending. But there's more to that story, and I am working on that now. Hopefully, I don't know. This is not an official announcement, but hopefully next year you'll have The Lost Tales Book 2. But yes, the Helmer in the Dragon Tomb, the Helmer series, will it be a trilogy? Will it be 7,000 books? I don't know. I hope it's at least 3 books, is my heart and hope. But yes, more Helmer on the way. There's a lot more to share about Helmer's backstory. And I hope that excites you. If that excites you, give me a thumbs up or a high five or clap or some kind of emoticon or emoji that would demonstrate your enthusiasm.
Sam, that leads to another good question from Cale Schrader, who asks, where would you place Helmer in the Dragon's Tomb in the reading order of all the Green Ember books?
Wow, great question, Kayla Schrader. Hi, by the way. Hey, what's up? Where would we place this? So now this is the big debate. It's the big raging debate. It's dividing families. It's causing kerfuffles across the known world. What's the correct order to read the Green Ember series in? As we said, there's 12 books. So how does this one fit in? There are publication order fanatics, of which I am one. I'm a big publication order guy, but I'm also softening on the series order as well. To read the main 4 books in the series, and then you go on to Old Natalia, then you go on to Archer, then you go on to Lost Tales, which only has 1 book, and then Helmer. That's fine too. There's lots of different ways to do it. I would say it fits in. This is interesting because it fits. It was good. The question. Well, I wanted to talk about this. It fits in pretty comfortably a lot of places. I mean, you might have some of the main secret of. I always would say start with the Green Ember. I think that's really helpful. This takes place before the Green Ember, and it would be fine. And that would be kind of an interesting experience to read this one first and then go to the Green Ember. But I would only start with the Green Ember, and then then you decide whether or not you're going to do publication order or series order. And if you're not going to do publication order, if you're not going to do publication order, I would just I would do the main 4 books. I think that's probably the best experience, aside from doing publication order, and it might be anyway. It's a great way to do it. And then you could pop right into this bad boy right after that, or you could wait and read the rest and read it 12th, or you can read it right now. You can read it first, and that's part of the idea behind it being a video game as well, because the video game is like there are 3 billion people who play video games. It's crazy. It's so many people, and so. We really have a heart to reach those people, and this video game is designed specifically to try to sort of, to be very hospitable and generous and not predatory and fun and exciting and cool, and it's also designed to be a gateway into reading. And so this book is, you can read it first. If somebody discovers the Green Ember through the video game, and then they like, oh, okay, well maybe I really like that world. I'm going to read the book. They can read that one first, and then they can go into the other books. It's totally fine. So it's I answered your question by saying it basically kind of fits almost anywhere, which is maybe the first time that's happened. But I would only start with the Green Ember, but after that, I think it's pretty good. Good. Should we do another giveaway, or should we do another question?
Let's do one more question.
Let's take a poll. Oh no. Okay, we've decided.
If you play the video game, will that spoil anything from the book? Do you need to read the book first? What's your feedback on the best experience for folks as they engage this story? And that question came from Spencer Morewill with an addendum by myself.
Spencer, thank you for that question. That's a good question. I'm wearing my black Adidas because of Helmer today. Oh, I was trying to kick you. So, yes, you do not have to read the book before you play the video game. You can do one or the other. It is the same story. If you play the video game, there will be some, elements of the story, obviously, that will be like less surprising when you come to the book. But I think you can do it either way. If you're like a real purist about the Green Ember and you're just like, I want to read the next book first, like, go for it. That's not going to read the book. I would read the book first, is what I would do, because I do not like any spoilers at all. But if you could play the demo is available right now, and you can find that, I think, at sdsmith.com/Helmer on that page.
Definitely there, or you can go to longcheddargames.com.
Yeah, Long Cheddar Games is our little company, our little game company. But you can play the demo, and that really won't spoil much. It's kind of the beginning of the story, so that's kind of a safe way. So you could access that right now without a big deal. But if you're like, no spoiler whatsoever, I don't want to hear anything, then the book, I'd get the book today, and I'd read it, then I'd go play the demo, and the game will come out pretty soon too. So that's exciting. It'll come out next month, Lord willing. That's the current plan, and it's a fun thing. And I know some families they're not doing that, and that's okay. We're not trying to make you do anything you don't want to do, for sure. But we are kind of like the way I said earlier about sharing the books. Like, I do not apologize for it. I am excited about what it could mean for lots and lots of kids, and going where they are and sharing a story of light and love and hope, and goodness, beauty, truth, a vision for what it means to be a man that might stand out in contrast to some of their other experiences. And my heart is in that. And I'm not a big video game person myself. My family's not majorly into that. We play some. We're kind of probably like a lot of you. It's not like our whole life, but it's a little part of our life. And that's important to me, to keep it that way, to keep things kind of in balance. And I think that's a thoughtful approach. And I'm excited to share that game with you. Matter of fact, Andrew, can we roll the video game trailer? Andrew has the game trailer ready, and I'm going to share that with you right now, so you can take a peek at it.
This is kind of one that we haven't shared publicly too. This is an updated trailer, so this is a special edition of the new trailer that we haven't shared publicly yet. So check it out. See if you notice what's different about this one from the one that's been on YouTube.
And let us know what you think of it in the comments as you're watching. Wow. Pretty cool. I don't know what you're saying in the chat, but hopefully you're enjoying it. It looks pretty cool. I think this is a lot of people ask about like movies and that sort of stuff. And of course we're always have our ears open, and we're open to doing that. We're excited about that. We have kind of a high standard for how we want to do that. But this is kind of a segue to that. It's a little bit of a foray, if you will, into the world of media in a different way. So that's exciting, and it's exciting. Again, pray for us if you think of it, about when we're thinking through how to do the films and that sort of thing. But that, I hope, is coming someday. But this is, support the video game. That'll help, I think. Okay, we're gonna do a question, we're giveaway. And what's this one? What giveaway is this one, Josiah?
For this giveaway, you'll win the 11 Green Ember audiobooks.
Wow.
And that will be delivered right away. So you don't have to do any shipping. It'll be shipped by email.
All 11. So we will, this implies a question, which is we will have a Helmer and the Dragon Tomb audiobook that will come soon, we hope, in the next, I don't know how long, but before Christmas is my goal. But that'll come soon. But meanwhile, catch up with all the 11 other ones. And anybody can buy that at our store. It's on a really good deal. But somebody's going to win it for free. And somebody that's been cool in the chat and respectful and awesome. And that is...
Robert Taylor is our winner.
Robert Taylor, congratulations! Woo! Okay, that was good. I didn't aim my fire straight at you this time. Although, a little bit of confetti. Ooh, almost on the lid. Getting on my bald head, and you stick to my bald head. Something stuck there. Okay, congratulations, Robert. That is, it's you're gonna enjoy it. Audiobooks are good, man. They're good. And you're going to love the new audiobook as well when it comes out soon. And again, some of you have already ordered that on the Kickstarter, and you will get it first. But everybody will have access to that soon. But meanwhile, 11 books, 11 audiobooks. Going to be awesome. I love the audiobooks. We got some awesome, honestly, we do have some awesome deals at our store right now. Great stuff you can get there. Great for road trips, great for kids. You know, if you're thinking like, I don't really want to do a lot of screens all the time, audiobook while you draw, that's the audiobook while you're doing chores. You guys are doing it already, but it's a pretty awesome way to do it. Hey, check this out. I just noticed the Green Ember in Ukrainian is right there. Isn't that cool? Love it. God bless the people of Ukraine. Okay, now question?
Yes, I'm going to sneak in a question that just came in from Redeemed Canvas. This ties into, listening. Will the Helmer and the Dragon Tomb soundtrack be available to buy at the Story Worn store or any other place?
Will the soundtrack of the video game, which is really good, be available at the Story Worn store or elsewhere? And the answer to that question is, I don't know. So I'm going to turn it over to the CEO, and he's going to answer it.
Yes, it will. It's so good. You're going to love it. And don't have a release date yet, but it will be there very soon. So keep your eyes peeled.
I was pretending to talk while he was talking, so it would entertain you. And you got an answer, and you got entertainment. 2 for 1. Now I will take a drink. Please be entertained by that.
While you're taking a drink, listen with your ears to another question from Emma, Ava, and Brenna, who ask, if you had to face Helmer in a mock battle, what everyday object would you use as a weapon? Since everything's a weapon.
Everything is a weapon, which I did not plan this, but I did just look down at this mug, which has quotations from Helmer all over it, and they're so good. Which is a big one, of course, is everything's a weapon, but there's I accept you, and don't just stand there like a baby with no head. That's a favorite. This was designed actually by my son, J.C. Smith, with whom I wrote the Jack Zulu books, and it's awesome. So everything is a weapon, and actually the final giveaway, have we done 3? We've done 3. The final giveaway will include this mug, but they're going fast, and you can get one right now at the store. But I want to wait just a little bit and see if you win. But I shouldn't discourage you from just going to the store right now and making sure you get one. But sale. The question was, what would I use as a weapon? And honestly, right now, because it's like right in front of me, I would either hit him with the mug, which would be ironic in so many ways. I would just go for the mug, boom, to the dome, right between the rabbit ears. Or, because I have these cannons, I would probably shoot one of these right in his eyeballs, because he'd be like, he'd be startled for a little bit. Then I might come in with the mug. and hit him. And then after that, it would probably just be all books. I'd just be throwing books at him because that's what I've got around me right now. Inundated with books everywhere. Can you ever have too many books? Chat, let me know if we can ever have too many books. My theory is no. Okay, so that is that question. You want to do another one and then do the giveaway?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're getting close to wrapping up here, but this has been fun.
Question from Emma. This implies that everyone in the world knows your favorite food, but her question is, what is your second favorite food?
Second favorite food. I mean, see if we can grab a question from the YouTube comments, if it's possible. Team, I want to make sure we maybe answer something there. Okay, so I've been accused of being a person who likes cookies, and I don't know where that came from. Okay, it's true. I love chocolate chip cookies very much. I'm trying to eat fewer of them these days, so it's not helping when people just keep bringing it up and putting it on the TV screen and on the bio of my books and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to eat healthier, but so my second favorite. So chocolate cookies are my favorite food. They're probably my favorite treat. But so second favorite treat or second favorite food? I'm going to go with food. I'm going to go with my food. Let's see here. Okay, I got to say, my wife Gina, who I mentioned earlier, she makes chicken pot pie. Oh my goodness. It is, I'm telling you, if you're an atheist and you eat this chicken pot pie, it's over for you. It is over for that worldview because you will believe in God. And I'm sort of joking about that. I'm sort of not, because every time you experience something that's like transcendent or incredible, beautiful, amazing sunset, an incredible poem, a great book, a great song, a great meal, a great friendship, a good hug, playing sports with a bunch of buddies, like you kind of realize, oh my goodness, I want to be grateful. I want to be thankful. And Chesterton talks about this. He talks about like being thankful for our Christmas stockings, but how can we also not be thankful for the legs that God gave us that go in stockings or go in socks? So, I mean, all that stuff makes you thankful. And my wife's chicken pot pie is phenomenal. She does all the stuff. She makes, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's not like prepackaged. She makes the crust, and it's just like perfect crust. Oh, and the old juicy middle with all the carrots and everything that she cut. It's just spectacular. So I love that. I also love fried chicken a lot, which maybe that's not super healthy, but I love fried chicken so much. And I love like tacos, not spicy, mild. I just, those are some of my favorite foods, for sure.
All right. We've hit a few questions from the YouTube chat already.
Nice.
I'm going to throw in another one though for you. This comes from Emily Rose. We love Helmer's nickname for Pickett, but what nickname do you think Helmer would give you?
Ooh, Emily Rose. Is this Emily Rose the artist? You should say it in the chat. I think there's a artist, if I'm not mistaken. There's Emma Rose. Anyway, I'm a little bit old and confused. As you can see, there's a lot of gray in my beard, very Helmerish. Not Helmer in the Dragon Tomb, but the later Helmer, with flecks of gray coming in. I forgot the question. Oh yeah, so it's interesting for people who enjoy the nicknames. I guess ladybugs can fly after all. There's one of his quotes. That's a favorite. A favorite nickname of Helmer for Pickett is Ladybug, and actually, if you enjoy that, then you're gonna like this. That's all I'll say. But what nickname would he give to me? I would have to think he would say. I think he would call me Master Egg. He would say, "Hey, Master Egg," because of my head. Because of this thing going on here, I think that's what he would call me, Master Egg. So
your fans called it in the chat.
They said,
yes.
Oh, that hurts.
Egg was recommended several times.
Holy cow, that hurts my feelings so bad. I will now be just crying, just waiting for apologies. No, I'm just kidding. That's funny. That is funny. Very funny. Master egg. That's good. Okay, more?
Got a question from Sadie in Arizona. She asks, will there be any new characters in the book?
Great question. Yes. The answer is yes. New bad guys, new good guys, some good guys that you've heard about before, but you're not, you don't know a lot about, show up a little more. So yeah, there's some new characters, some really good ones, I think. I'm excited to share them with you.
Question from Tim Lewis kind of ties into the reading order a little bit too. Does this book have any spoilers for the Green Ember for those who've never read the series?
Any spoilers? I think so, a little bit. Kind of probably on the same par as like the Black Star of Kingston, which sort of tells a little bit about the mechanism for how, like, in the Black Star, it's sort of the mechanism for how kings and princes are chosen. There's some similar sort of things that would be a bit of a spoiler, but I would say it's not too much, which is the reason it makes me okay with sharing it as a beginning book, as a first book that you read. It'd be totally fine. It's not significant, I would say. If you're like me and you're like, do not give me any spoilers, you might be like, don't read it first. Read the Green Ember first. I would always recommend that, but I don't think it's going to be like major. And maybe somebody might correct me after they read that. I'm curious, but I think that's. Do you think that's true, Andrew?
I think that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's probably accurate. I think you're fine. I think you're probably mostly fine on that. Great question, Tim Lewis. I think Tim Lewis is always really kind and supportive and always shares stuff, and that's my impression of Tim Lewis. I wonder if that's true. Thank you, chat.
Got a question from Elizabeth Chickadee. What are a couple of your favorite books on your bookshelf other than the Green Ember series?
Elizabeth Chickadee, great name. Love it. Both of them, both names are awesome. On my bookshelf. So this is not my bookshelf. This is Andrew's bookshelf. I'm over at his office because my office, the Forge, is very small. And Andrew has a large, mansion-like, spacious, capacious, cavernous, vast office. And I don't have even a tiny bit of bitterness about the comparison. It's just not worth it, Don't envy your neighbor's office. And Andrew is literally my neighbor. But yesterday he made me. He had provided sandwiches for me, and they were so delicious that I think it's even right now. So on my bookshelf, books that I love, and I've said this before. I'm just going to go. I mean, Lord of the Rings, Till We Have Faces, Chronicles of Narnia, Sherlock Holmes, Cry the Beloved Country. Those are just Pride and Prejudice. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to go with those. I was thinking about this book this morning. I don't know why, but my friend Daniel Nayeri, his book Everything Sad is Coming Untrue. Everything Sad is Untrue. Is so good. I think he's probably got it. I see you got Samir up here, one of his books, but he is, and actually King of Little Things. That's really good too, by Sarah Mackenzie and Breezy Brookshire. Yeah. I was make sure that was really her. But I would say Everything Sad is Untrue is unbelievable. It's a wonderful, absolutely wonderful book. You got to read that. Anything else?
We have a very important question. Comes in from Kimberly Snell.
Okay.
When you're enjoying your favorite food, milk chocolate or dark chocolate chips in your chocolate chip cookies?
Great question. Given this a lot of thought. I would say I've fasted over this, but it's probably the opposite of that. Hey, I've got a joke for you, and answer it in the chat. How do you make a horse fast? Answer in the chat. See who can get it, and I'll answer it in a second. Okay, chocolate. I think I like dark chocolate, but I think the best ones for me are the semi-sweet. Are those milk chocolate? Like
milk chocolate usually.
Honestly, I don't. I like it all. Like on that front, I probably am a little bit picky in some ways. but as far as that goes, like I even like it when there's M&Ms and stuff in there too. Like I can I really like chocolate a lot. I love chocolate. So I know dark chocolate's supposed to be better for you. That's the rumor. That's what's going around. But yeah, any of it. Probably milk chocolate's probably my favorite, but for chocolate chip cookies. But I actually whatever my wife puts in hers, that's what and I like a little bit of salt. Like that's kind of like the mix of salt and sweet. That's my favorite kind of thing in the world. Going back to my joke or my question, my very serious question: how do you make a horse fast? The answer is you don't give it any food. Andrew, don't you have any of those buttons that are like wah, wah, or like I don't know, something like that.
I do. You can't hear them.
Oh, hey, yeah. Good job. Okay, I love that joke.
Why don't we do one more question and then give away our final giveaway?
One more question and the final giveaway.
Final giveaway is going to be a fun one. It's actually the Helmer bundle, which we
bundle.
just put in the store this morning. Includes that shirt you're wearing.
The Helmer bundle includes the shirt, the book, the mug. Am I correct?
The mug
for now?
And the Helmer character cards.
While they last. Oh, I don't even know if I have any Helmer character cards, but I will. Andrew's going to get them, and I'm going to show them to you, and you're going to see. So, did we say? Are we doing one more question and then the giveaway?
Yes.
Okay. One more question.
Question
and then
from
the
Rob:
giveaway.
is there a stuffed Helmer behind you?
Rob, I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds like you're giving into a lot of internet conspiracies about there being some kind of a thing behind me and something that like is supposedly right over my shoulder. And I just think, Rob, just like touch grass, man. No, yeah, there is a stuffed Helmer behind me, made by my wonderful niece. I don't know where I'm going here. Okay, made by my wonderful niece Grace, who is Andrew's daughter. And she crocheted these little guys, and they are so cute. I love them so much. They're so great. Maybe someday we'll be able to share the old way to do that or something. But they're super cool. So yes, Rob, you are in touch with reality. There was one behind me, but now there's not. Okay, I'm going to show you the Helmer character cards. Speaking of new characters, this is not a new character. Erin, Helmer's sister. Phew. Karn. You're not going to believe this. He's a bad guy. Prester Jack. He's a cool character. And Harlan Sear. You may have heard of him before. Interesting character. Rickle. This is Helmer's father. And this is a little character. Just a simple farmer from the West Midlands of First Warren. His name is Helmer. Helmer Rickelson. And then on top of that, with this card pack, you actually get one of these lenticular cards, which has got the Helmer character from the cover and then also the video game character, which is a little different by necessity. So you'll get that. You'll get all those cards, which I just put in there. You'll get the mug. You'll get this really cool Helmer shirt that Zach Franzen designed. Zach also did all the art for those character cards. I love this shirt. I think it's so cool. You know what's cool is I'm wearing an old Green Ember shirt underneath this one. And you get the book, of course. So that's a really cool combo, the Helmer combo. And somebody is about to win it right now. Ugh, happy times. This is one we've all been waiting for you. I hope you win. I hope you win. And one of you's going to. Here we go.
And the winner of the Helmer bundle is Timothy Hare.
Timothy Hare! Whoa! Yeah! Timothy Hare. What a perfect name for a rabbit to win. Maybe it is a rabbit. They've snuck in here. They're chatting. Congratulations to Timothy, and to Robert, to Shelly, and Gina, all of our winners today. Congratulations. All that stuff, though, is available. Like the Helmer bundle is available, and the mug's awesome, and the shirt's awesome, and the cards are great. And so I hope you'll maybe, if you didn't win, sorry, but maybe you can get one of those for your family. Again, as we close out here, we wanted to keep this under an hour. I know you got a lot going on today. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Thank you guys for supporting this work. I am really, really excited to share this new book with you. It's, there's a lot of hard work and things that are, you got to do to share things like this. But my favorite part is the creation of the stories and the connection with you. I really try to focus my vocation on creation and connection. What we're doing right now, part of the connection part, and the creation is so fun, but it's only fun because of the connection. It's fun because there are people. That there's a saying, I can't remember the writer who said it, but that an author only begins a book, a reader finishes it. So this is something that we do together, that we share together, and that means the world to me. It means so much to me, and I know that so many of you guys have heard things like, I'm going to buy whatever SD Smith puts out. I'm going to support. And, you can't imagine what that means to me. It's just like, it means the world to me. And your trust means a lot to me. And I want to do a good job of honoring your trust and with my work. And that's definitely my goal. Thank you to everybody. Thanks to everybody who helped today. Thanks to everybody who chatted, and I'm so encouraged by your kindness and thoughtfulness. And I really respect you guys, and I hope that comes through in the work that we create. I hope that it comes through in the stories. I don't write I write intentionally for people who are ready to take on big ideas and stuff that can at times be heavy, entertaining, funny, yes, and all that. But I have a lot of respect for you. I always loved authors that wrote really respectfully to children, like C.S. Lewis or Madame L'Engle, and that I love writers like that, and I want to be a writer like that. And so my heart is to be very respectful and honor you with the work that I'm doing. Okay, remember, winners, go to sdsmith.com/winner. And I hope everybody else will give the new book a chance if you haven't already, and maybe grab some of the merch or something for some friends. But thank you so much for supporting this work. Remember, we at Storywarren and our team, we are your allies in imagination. And that means you're doing something really important, and we're with you. We are on your side. And I'm SD Smith, and I am 100% on your side.